Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, I want to invite you on a journey inward, where we explore how ancient Buddhist teachings can guide us in living a calmer, happier, and more balanced life. Now, you don't need to be Buddhist to benefit from what we'll be discussing. These lessons are universal. They're about the human experience, how we think, how we feel, and how we respond to the world around us. Life is full of challenges, stress from work, family pressures, uncertainty about the future, even our own inner doubts and fears. At times, it feels like peace is out of reach. But the truth is, peace is not found outside of us. It begins within. So in this talk, I'll share 7 key steps inspired by Buddhist wisdom. Think of them as guiding lights to help you move through life with greater awareness, kindness, and joy. I encourage you to listen with an open heart. And as we move along, take a moment now and then to pause, reflect, and maybe even jot down your own thoughts. Let's begin. Our first step is mindfulness, the simple yet powerful practice of being fully present. So often, our minds are pulled in 100 different directions, replaying the past, worrying about the future, or lost in endless what-if scenarios. When we live this way, we miss the only moment that truly exists, this one, right now. Buddhism teaches that mindfulness is like cultivating a garden. Imagine your mind as soil. The thoughts you plant are the seeds. If you plant seeds of worry, anger, or negativity, that's what will grow. But if you plant seeds of awareness, gratitude, and positivity, you'll nurture a garden filled with peace and joy. Let's take a simple example. Picture yourself drinking a cup of tea. Most of the time, we might drink without thinking, scrolling through our phones, planning the day ahead, or distracted by the noise around us. But with mindfulness, you slow down. You notice the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma rising with the steam, the taste of that very first sip. Suddenly, an ordinary moment becomes extraordinary. Mindfulness is not about ignoring life's challenges. It's about seeing them clearly, without being consumed by them. Like standing on the shore and watching waves crash, you don't have to be pulled into the ocean of chaos, you can remain steady on the sand. So, as you go about your day, try this. Choose one simple activity, walking, eating, or even washing your hands, and do it with complete awareness. This practice, repeated daily, plants seeds of positivity that grow into a more joyful, balanced life. The second step is gratitude. Gratitude, in Buddhism, goes far deeper than just saying, thank you. It is a spiritual practice that connects us to the web of life itself. Take a moment to think about the meal you last ate. That meal wasn't just food on a plate. It was the work of countless people, farmers who grew the crops, workers who harvested them, drivers who transported them, cooks who prepared them. It was also the gift of rain, sunshine, and the earth itself. When you recognize this interconnection, even something as simple as a piece of bread becomes a miracle. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what's missing in our lives to what is already here. And that shift has profound effects. Research today even shows that practicing gratitude improves mental health, reduces stress, and increases happiness. But Buddhism has known this truth for centuries. So here's a practice. Each night before bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. It could be the smile of a stranger, the comfort of your bed, or a kind word from a friend. Over time, this habit rewires the mind to see beauty in the everyday. Gratitude reminds us, nothing is too small to appreciate. And when you learn to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, life becomes richer, more meaningful, and more peaceful. Our third step is self-compassion. Many of us find it easy to be kind to others, but when it comes to ourselves, we can be harsh, judgmental, even cruel. We criticize our mistakes, replay our failures, and hold ourselves to impossible standards. But Buddhist teachings remind us, just as every person deserves kindness, so do you. Think for a moment, if a close friend made a mistake, would you yell at them? Would you call them worthless? Of course not. You'd comfort them, encourage them, remind them of their worth. Why, then, do we treat ourselves so differently? Self-compassion means becoming your own friend. It means speaking to yourself with the same warmth and patience you would offer someone you love. One powerful way to practice this is through affirmations. Try saying to yourself, I am worthy of love. I am learning and growing every day. I forgive myself for my mistakes. At first, it may feel strange. But over time, these words begin to shape the way you see yourself. When we embrace self-compassion, we stop fighting against ourselves and begin to heal. And only when we are gentle with ourselves can we truly extend that same gentleness to the world. The fourth step recognizes that our spiritual and emotional growth is deeply tied to the state of our bodies. In Buddhism, the body is often described as a temple, the sacred home in which our spirit resides. We sometimes forget that physical health and mental peace go hand in hand. When the body is exhausted, neglected, or overwhelmed, the mind suffers too. That's why caring for your body is an act of spiritual practice. This includes nourishing yourself with healthy food, moving your body through exercise, and giving yourself the gift of rest. Even something as simple as walking outside, breathing in fresh air, and feeling the ground beneath your feet can restore balance. But it's not only about diet or exercise. It's also about mental health. Practices like meditation or deep breathing can calm the nervous system and center the mind. When your body and mind are in harmony, your spirit feels free to grow. So, ask yourself, what small change can I make today to honor my body? Maybe it's drinking more water, taking a walk, or setting aside time to rest. Each choice is a way of saying, I respect the life I've been given. The fifth step is embracing change. If there's one certainty in life, it is that everything changes. Seasons shift, people grow, circumstances evolve. And yet, so often, we resist change. We cling to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us. Buddhism teaches that life is impermanent. Nothing stays the same, and instead of fearing that truth, we can learn to accept it, even embrace it. Think about a butterfly. It begins as a caterpillar, then retreats into a cocoon, and finally emerges transformed. Without change, the beauty of the butterfly could never exist. In the same way, our own growth requires us to step into the unknown. Embracing change means being willing to leave your comfort zone. It could be trying a new skill, meeting new people, or allowing yourself to let go of something that no longer brings joy. Each time you do, you open the door to new possibilities. When we accept life's fluid nature, we no longer cling desperately to what was or worry constantly about what will be. Instead, we flow with the rhythm of life, and that flow brings peace. Our sixth step is learning to walk the middle path, especially when it comes to setting goals. The middle path, or the middle way, is one of Buddhism's core teachings. It means avoiding extremes, not swinging between overindulgence and self-denial, not chasing perfection while also not giving up. In modern life, this teaching is especially relevant. Many of us set goals that are so big they overwhelm us, leaving us discouraged when we fall short. Others set no goals at all, drifting aimlessly. The middle path shows us another way. It encourages setting goals that are realistic, meaningful, and achievable. These goals motivate us without crushing us. And as we achieve them, step by step, we build confidence and momentum. For example, if your goal is to meditate daily, don't begin with an hour a day. Start with 5 minutes. Let it become a habit. Then gradually expand. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to profound transformation. When you walk the middle path, you live in balance. You keep moving forward without burning out. And in that steady progress, you find joy. Our final step is joy. So often, we treat joy as a reward, something we'll allow ourselves only when everything else is perfect. But joy is not a prize, it is a practice. This step invites you to engage in activities that bring you genuine fulfillment, whether it's creating art, spending time in nature, laughing with friends, or simply enjoying quiet moments of reflection. But joy is also about alignment. When your actions match your values, when you live in a way that feels authentic, joy naturally follows. Ask yourself, what makes my soul feel alive? What activities leave me feeling nourished, not drained? What choices feel true to who I really am? The answers to those questions will guide you toward a life that feels both meaningful and joyous. Remember, joy is not selfish. When you live joyfully, you radiate positivity to others. Your light inspires those around you to find their own. So, we've walked through 7 steps: mindfulness, gratitude, self-compassion, caring for the body, embracing change, walking the middle path, and choosing joy. Each of these is powerful on its own, but together, they form a path, a way of living that is calmer, kinder, and more balanced. As you reflect on today's talk, I invite you to choose just one step to begin with. Don't feel pressured to master them all at once. Even a single change, practiced consistently, can transform your life. Remember, peace is not something we find outside of ourselves. It begins within, in the choices we make, the thoughts we nurture, and the love we extend to ourselves and others. Thank you for joining me today. May these teachings inspire you to walk through life with greater awareness, compassion, and joy. Until next time, take care, and may you be at peace.